This is Hazel, and welcome back to our Inside Stories podcast. So, this is our second podcast, and yes, about the previous podcast, I hope that was really, inspirable and insightful about the bootcamp. So now we are excited to be here, like with you all. We have the Zizira team, the Zizira 2.0, and yes, would you like to introduce yourself to us? Would we start from here?
Okay, so I'm Vipul. I mostly look into marketing in Zizira.
Okay, nice.
I'm Juban. I've joined Chillibreeze almost 4 years now, and then after I turned 2 years, I think so, then I decided to join Zizira because I wanted to work closely with the farmers. And right now, I'm working on product development and also as an HR at Zizira. Yeah.
Wonderful. And then yes.
My name is Kim. I joined. It's been 2 years now here in Zizira and here in Chillibreeze actually. So I joined. First of all, I joined the finance team, and a year later, I joined Zizira team. And mostly I joined because I wanted to bring a change in the team. So now I'm a part of the marketing team as well in Zizira.
Okay. Then what about you? Yeah.
My name is Muammar, and I joined Chillibreeze in the first half of 2019. Worked there for half a year, and then I joined Zizira because I wanted to be part of a small company and build it.
Okay. So it's very exciting to actually know what Zizira is. So would you like to share about Zizira?
Okay. Kim, go ahead.
Zizira. I don't know if everyone knows that it's a 5-year-old company, and it started when Chillibreeze was 10 years old. So when Ralph and Joanna came here, actually they saw the underutilized potential of that Meghalaya has, the underutilized resources that we have, and the produce that farmers make. But then, but also they also saw the problems that were there, like the gaps that were there in bridging the gap between farmers and the market. So. When Chillibreeze was 10 years old, Ralph and Joanna started Zizira with the aim of making farmers famous. And it wasn't an easy task, I would say, because 5 years ago when Zizira started, we were all over the place. We were dealing with spices, with sauce, with even non-food products like t-shirts and bamboo cups. And we were all over the place and we didn't find our niche. But then in the year 2018, we decided that we wanted to make turmeric, Lakaron turmeric, our main product. So it was then that we decided that we were going to put at least more than 50% of our efforts in turmeric, and we're going to make it the world's best turmeric. So that was when the statement started, world's best turmeric. And in the year 2018 onwards, people knew us as having the world's best turmeric, and then we worked on towards that. And up to now, actually, now we've narrowed down our focus, and the main focus right now is spices and herbs.
Okay.
And all from Meghalaya.
Okay, that's wonderful. So when you said the best turmeric, how do you identify that? How did you come to that, point?
With that, actually, most of us, I think we look at spices as a commodity. We don't really realize the benefits that it has, or the potential, and the uses also that we could do with spices. But when we came to know about turmeric, we came to know about this component called curcumin. And when we came to know about that, we realized that the higher the curcumin content, the more beneficial it is for us humans to consume, and to use in other ways as well. So it was then that we partnered with the farms from Jowai, and partnering with them, we came to know about how they process, about their turmeric. And then when we actually decided that it was going to be the world's best turmeric, was after a lot of challenges that we faced initially. So initially, we trusted the farmers, we trusted a lot of vendors and partners basically who worked with us, and we trusted them to give us the best quality turmeric. But then that didn't work out so well when we had a couple of breakdowns. But after that, what we did was we started testing the turmeric in the labs, and we sent it to labs, and then we got the results. And then based on that, we came to know that our turmeric is actually better than anyone else's turmeric.
Wow. Okay, amazing. Okay, when you talk about challenges, before going there, I would like to know what is actually the mission of Zizira? What is the mission of it?
So over the course of these basically more than a year that we've been together, and it starts off from Ralph actually, just to go back, when you were talking about what is Zizira, according to what I've heard or what Ralph has shared, he he really wanted to go beyond, like, like he always wanted to release the potential of people. And then just little like a backup story, like 10 years ago, like, or when Chillibreeze turned 10 years, like at that point of time he wanted to do something, more than what he was doing within Chillibreeze. And then he started talking to the employees, and what is it like, he was trying to look for something. And then that was when, like, he realized that most of the employees, parents, family members were farmers, like, if not here but somewhere in the villages. So then so over the course of this time, like, I think we can say that the 3 wins, like, that's what we've been all this time, like, talking about. That means our mission is to make open markets for farmers, so making farmers famous, we would say, and then bringing the best and premium quality to our customers, at the same time releasing the potential of the people working within Zizira. So in my words, like, I would say, like, that is our mission, and each one of us as well. So yeah, if you guys would like to add on that.
Yeah, going back to the story where Ralph, actually came to know that employees, family members or relatives were farmers. Like, I remember this one story that Ralph actually told us that about one employee, ex-employee actually. So her dad is a farmer, and he used to, he was dealing with tomatoes, pumpkins. Yeah, sorry. So okay, the thing is, like, every day he would try to sell these pumpkins, but then, like, he would never make a market, and then they would go stale. And then when once it, because it's a food product, right? And once it becomes like rotten or stale, like, he's not able to sell them anymore. So then Ralph realized that he should be, I mean, he's a visionary, so he wanted to bring a change, and he decided that, okay, like, Zizira is gonna bridge that gap, between farmers and the market. So
Zizira was there to rescue them.
yes,
Wow, amazing.
To open the markets, actually, is like, it's not like, like we just buy from them, but like the prices would go down because of, like, farmers, right? They don't exactly set the price like 100%, on whatever they grow. So sometimes when we ask them, like, how do you know, like, like, to price your particular product this much, they'd be like, it just comes from here or there, like, they just hear it from another farmer. So that was how, like, the story related to the pumpkin was, like, the price of the pumpkin went really down, and this farmer had already put in all of his efforts, like, to work on it, and then why would he sell his pumpkin for like 1 rupee or something like that, So that was how, like, Ralph was inspired, according to the story that Ralph has shared. Yeah,
that has been a very wonderful story. Like,
Yeah.
you get to share with other people as well. That is such a great, like, work that you guys do, towards the farmers as well. And then yes, came about the challenges that you kept on repeating it. So I'm curious about the challenges. Like, would you like to share with us about it?
there are so many. Okay, like, yeah,
you can share one.
Okay, I can share a challenge as an employee. So most or all of the employees working in Zizira, we have no experience. We just started off as freshers, and here we are in a startup. Personally, we are startups, and this company is a startup.
Yes.
And as we're growing with the company, each of us also growing in our own right. So some challenges would be like character development. Every time there's a breakdown, we have to really we have to really look at ourselves, what our own faults, and then build on that, and then effectively use that to add value to make it work. Because I mean, like, if you look at the purpose, and we are trying to make the market open for farmers, and such a worthy cause, it just inspires you. It tells you, don't give up, just get up and make this happen. It's inspiring, and then it helps us also to grow ourselves.
Yes. Okay. Any
So,
more? Like,
yeah, actually, yeah, it's like, every one challenge is definitely like keeping up with, like, what is going on, because we have such a huge, like, competition right now. Like, earlier on when we started in 2018, like, we were, I would say, like, you can say that we are pioneers from Meghalaya, who brought up the name Lakarang turmeric. Bipul was there at that point of time, like, he can share on that. But one of the challenges is to keep up with the updates, like, like for example, every day is like there's always something new.
Okay.
So it's not we have to. That's a really big challenge, like to be able to always like be at the
Adapt.
top of your game or one step ahead of competitors, and one step ahead of setting the standards or the benchmarks of the products or the people or the strategy, like all
Yeah.
of
So
that.
it feels like it's a lot of pressure, I might say, or how do you feel
Well,
that?
it's fun though.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing comes easy, right?
pushes you.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Would you
like to
Definitely, I wouldn't say a pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like it's a healthy competition kind of thing.
Okay. Sure.
Because like what Zizira is right now is like completely like if you see past 5 years is what was completely different company. You can say like how we evolve.
Yes.
It was I don't know like how where we would be in like if we would have stopped like there itself. Okay, but because of all those challenges. But all those challenges now I feel like it was nothing. Now it's every day is like okay, this is something new. We never knew that, and the best part is like the group of team now we have built up, especially due to COVID. The team is really strong, so we don't like doesn't matter like how difficult the challenge is. We can overcome this, and like we being in that right team now we are being able to achieve that.
Yeah. So when you said overcome it, how do you overcome it? I'm like how.
Well, honestly, like there were a lot of times actually, throughout Zizira's history that there were times that we were like Zizira was gonna shut down as a company. There were many times actually, like there I think people would recall like meetings which we've had like which starts from 5 a.m. in the morning, right? Which will go all the way till noon or like till afternoon. So all those meetings were to discuss is are we in the right business? Are we selling the right products? Are we targeting the same people? Or will we even achieve, this mission of making farmers famous? So with all that, like there was I would say the pressure was there, but mostly on the old team because like when the point came up, of shutting Zizira down, like this team never gave up. Like Bipul was one of apart amongst us four, like Bipul was the oldest employee there. So he was there like all the way, and like he never gave up, and he is one of the team members who had the grit and determination to make this work no matter what challenge came to us. And normally we would call challenges like big challenges, we would call them episodes, like the Sudan episodes.
And it's like a game, like every level you have a game, and then there's always, and then you overcome all that level, and like
We level up.
level up every day. Wow, that's really inspirable, and you're full of the passion and the spirit. And yes, we follow the grit purpose as well, like the principles of it. That's really wonderful. Then I would like to know about what is the highlight of 2020, since you mentioned about during the COVID as well. It was such a challenging time, and then I would like to know how is the highlight of that 2020.
Okay, so when so we were doing well actually as a company when at the start of 2020, and like sales were picking up, we were getting customers, and like the team was growing, developing each other every day until when March came along, and when COVID started and the lockdown started, and being an e-commerce business, shipping from here or from the warehouses to all the customers, like all that came to an end because none of the logistics worked. And we couldn't ship, and people had to stay indoors, so nothing else worked. And we were selling products, not a service, right? So we were not able to sell products like via without logistics basically. So when that happened, like we would I mean there was a bit of like demotivation, I would say, but then it didn't last long because we were trying to figure out other ways, like how can we make this work, how can we make this company sustainable, because it was already like it was gonna get there like at the top, but then like something happened, then it went down again. So in the month of April, like there was totally like I think that was the one of the worst months in 2020 overall, because like when it comes to regarding like sustainability and profitability, that was the worst. But then when May came along, towards the end of May, like things got better, although the lockdown was still there, but then some logistics resumed. And then actually it was in the month of March and April when lockdown started, and when the whole COVID thing happened, that team members actually like started staying at the office. So Bipo and Juban here have stayed in the office since March. Yeah, Moman as well, but like till, yeah,
Yeah, I left it.
yeah.
I like your spirit, that spirit, that energy that you have, and it really shows me like you are truly, it's not pressure that you have, but then the passion and the love for your work that you do, that really inspires me a lot. I hope it does inspire everyone listening right now. And then yes, so what is next about Zizira? Maybe any.
I just want to go back like to the highlights. This is interesting. Because first, actually, there was one point of time where we actually said like 2020, yes, was a tough year for all of us actually in the entire world. But yes, at the same time, it was really a learning year for us, and we can even say like it was a good year for Zizira because we built together as a team. Like we bonded, and then we were able to overcome even like the challenges of not being able to sell. So yeah, like 2020 was good overall. Yeah. And yeah, so moving on to
If anyone would like to share more.
Yeah, it wasn't easy building
Yeah.
team cohesiveness. The team came to a point where since we had no sales, like how were we going to pay salaries to the team members? So the team literally broke up. Some team members came to Chillibreeze to work on PowerPoint, and that there was a hard time. Like how will you feel purposeful working in Zizira when it's not even selling anything? And there was a time when everyone's how to say everyone's future was put into question. And the people who were working in PowerPoint, we had to ask them, okay, do you want to go join Chillibreeze or do you want to stick with Zizira? That question was there. Question was there. You can go in PowerPoint and you can still work and do something. But Zizira, you don't know when the lockdown is going to end, when we'll start to get sales again. And like each individual team member, they approach that question, and then some people justifiably they decide, no, I want to go to Chillibreeze, and till to this day they're working in Chillibreeze, they're doing PowerPoint. And some team members, they said, no, I'm going to take the risk, I'm going to plunge, I'm going to work in Zizira, and they've decided to work in Zizira. So that was like a turning point. And from then on, like we could see who are the people who really wanted to be in Zizira, and they're still here. So.
You guys are really amazing, like actually going forward and through all the challenges as well. So it's really amazing.
as much as I love the appreciation, it's just that like for us, no, it's always like we're scared when we get appreciation. Like, why? Because we know we're not perfect and we're not even 100% there yet, and we're always still working towards it. So. Thanks for the appreciation. But
Plus, like whenever there's something good, like we're already in our minds mentally prepared that something will come down. Because we're a new team and we're a startup, and like Juwan said, new problems arise every day. So
it's good to plan ahead because we do not know what lies ahead. So yeah.
But yeah, overall, 2020 was a great year because it really built the team, and we even came to a point where we had to ask each team member, like, okay, are you committed to be? Well, are you willing to make this work? Does this align with your career goal in life? So we had to make those decisions, and some people also based on our questions, based on the commitment thing, like they weren't willing. So some people even left us, but even though people came and went, but this team stays strong anyhow. And now I would say we have a really strong team where, like Juba said, whatever challenges comes, but we have a strong team and we've got each other's back. So that's the most important thing.
So it's really wonderful to know that you guys already plan ahead, like you used to plan ahead. So I'm thinking what's next then? What is there what's next of Zizira?
We're just talking about that on the way here. Like in the car, I think so. What's next? Basically, the biggest thing, right, would be to stand on our own independently. So I think so you can say it the way you said it in the car.
No, actually, the thing is we are profitable. That I would say. But the thing is there's one thing we have been that loop of whenever we finish the year, at the end of the year, next year we have to buy some raw material to sell that. But once the December ends and January start, we have to buy raw materials, and that amount is really huge. From where we will get amount, even though the profit is not that much that we can afford to buy the raw materials again. So our next big challenge will be phase will be to come out from that loop of that we will be able to buy our own raw material with the money we got we earn from the profit and all. So once we come out from the loop, then we can really say now we are standing on our own feet. And the next step of like how we make farmers to build more relationship, make the network bigger of farmers. So that will be the biggest thing. Like this year we will be focusing on.
I think you'll do a great job because the spirit that you guys have and the passion for it, it will be very, awesome. I guess it will be very awesome. And then, like the spirit that you have, the energy that you have, the passion for it, like, the team that you have, like you said that your team is like, it's very strong right now. So there's a really bright future ahead. I can say that. And it has been so amazing to actually know about about Zizira. What is it actually? And since I'm new, so and everyone here can know about more about Zizira. And I'm so thankful for you guys to being here. Like we are really we really appreciate you being giving your time and effort to be here. So yeah, we almost to the end of the podcast already. So would you like to share anything more, or you have any more insights?
Just one thing regarding the highlights. I guess there's such a two thing. The one most important thing, like I guess, that build up the team was the team building. Like when we had this Patrika, Lanchuni, the podcast, and during those podcast, there were some few things like after the podcast, we give some tasks to do, and those tasks actually build us like discipline that what you call to be like very authentic with each other, and we were able to question each other so easily, like communicate so transparency, like everybody can see like what we are discussing about and like how we can hold each other accountable. Because there's now I still remember like now the team members, we said, oh, we are like now real family, like we've been stayed together, we have come across that such a big challenge of COVID and all.
And the next thing for Zizira in the upcoming future is, for the customers to get more awesome products, more premium products from the Northeast, for the team to be more developmental than ever, and for the farmers to keep building this market, to keep increasing more, our farmer base, our farmer network, and get more products for them. Diversify the kind of products the kind of crops we're going to get from them. And, all together eventually, we want to make this mission of making farmers famous. We want to spread it as far as possible in the world and get more people involved in it, customers and farmers, and more team members part of the team. So hopefully one day, this mission can get the whole world. But that's the dream.
Okay. Wonderful. So yes, thank you so much. We are so pleased to have you here with us, and we've come to the end of our podcast. And it was a wonderful, it was really entertaining to actually know you all about especially about Zizira. So we come to the end of this, and thank you guys for your time, and thank you for everything, and bye bye.